everyone, thank you for tuning into our webinar session that we're holding. Just a quick rundown of what we're going through today. First thing is setting up our account settings, making sure that we're set up and customized. And second is going through our left-hand navigation bar. So first thing I do recommend doing though when you do sign into your Houzz Pro account is actually bookmarking this tab. So in our address bar, we want to make sure it says pro.houzz.com.au. And then from there, we'll click on the star icon and that'll bookmark our tab into our bookmarks bar. That way, every time you do want to access your software, you don't have to type that in each time. You've just got it quick and ready to go. From here, what I recommend doing, diving straight into your account settings. So what we can do is hover over your Houzz and hop down to Houzz Pro settings. From here, we've got a couple different options. So first is our account. So what we can actually do is have a look at our account information. So the account information we do have in here is actually going to populate on all of our documents moving forward. So this is our branding aspect. So rather than having to enter our logo each time, it's just going to auto-populate and be ready to go. You'll notice that there are a couple of grayed out fields. These grayed out fields are auto-populating from your Houzz profile. So if you do want to edit that content, you can always come into your contact info and update those details from here. We've also got, if I hop back, our profile. So if we do want to quickly hop back into our Houzz profile and make any kind of edits, we can always do that. We've got billing. So this lets you change your card on file for your subscription. So whether your card expired or you've gotten a new card, you can come in here, click into billing and change the card on file and make those updates from within your account. Then we've got subscriptions. So what you can do here is have a look at your current subscription, maybe download the previous invoices for your account. Even if you're on a free trial, you can come in here and cancel your free trial before you roll into a 12-month subscription. Then we've got financial. So this lets you come in and actually structure your sales and expenses to show you prices inclusive or exclusive of GST. This can always be, changed document to document, but this is just your default rate. And then we've got GST rates at the bottom. So if needed, you can add any GST rates in or set the default to a new rate. So from there, what we've got as well is teams. So what you can do as admin, depending on your subscription type, is add in team members. So you can come in here, click on add team member, and that'll allow you to add first name, last name, email address. The email address is the email they'll be signing in to your account with. And then you can set them up with permissions. So if maybe you don't want them to have access to your leads, you can simply untick that and it won't be an option when they sign into their account. So you can control what your team members have access to. Then the last option we do have is calendar. So what you can come in and do is click on calendar and integrate it, whether it's Apple, Google, Outlook, whatever calendar you're using, sync it up, and then at the bottom you'll be able to come in and schedule meetings with your clients, and in here you can control how long you want that meeting to go for, or even what days and times you're available from. And then also have a personalized booking link and offer video consultations as well. So that's just a super quick rundown of those account settings. What you've got as well is a need help button in the bottom right of your account. So if we click on need help, that'll give us access to the help center, which is basically a go-to if you're ever stuck. So if you want to know how to quickly come in, manage your business, work with leads, I can come in, click on those links and access our help center, which gives articles, webinars, how-tos based on whatever you've searched up. So you can always come in there and access all of these articles. Another thing you can do is click contact us. So this will allow you to come in and submit a support request to the support team. For example, come in, click submit a support request, select a topic, and then pop your inquiry in there. So we want to make sure we pop as much detail as possible, submit that through, and that'll submit as an email to the support team. And again, they'll get back to you within the same day and make sure that you're all set up. So that's that admin side of things. On the very far left-hand side, we've got our toolbar. So first thing we do have is grow. So in our insights, it's going to give us a breakdown of our Houzz profile insights. Coming in, have a look at how many people are looking at our profile, how many views that we've got, strength, metrics, all of a breakdown. Then we've got website. So what you can do is create a website through us. If you have got one, you can come in and view what's been created, or if needed, you can always edit what you've got as well. Then we've got our manage portion, which is what we'll most likely be working on and what our future webinar will be focusing on. So if we click into leads, that's going to give us access to our potential clients. So what we've got here is all of our potential clients, whether that's through Houzz or externally to Houzz, so perhaps word of mouth, social media. We can record them all in the one spot, so you and your team are on top of it, and we don't have to access emails. We've got it all in the same spot, so it's easy to keep track of what's going on. So what you can do is come in, click on create new lead, record the details, and that will then create that new lead for you and your team to start communicating with that client. Then we've got projects. So what you can do here is start creating your projects and working on them, whether it's to send quotes, invoices, variation orders, purchase orders, or client communication. For example, if I click into a project, I've got all the tabs that I can start working on and start creating these certain type of documents to start sending to my client. Then we've got a contacts tab. So in our contacts, what we can do is start uploading clients and suppliers to build up our library. So when we do create projects or leads, it does link a specific client in. And then when we do create a project and we start creating documents like purchase orders, we've got suppliers to link it to. From there, what we've got is library. So these are going to be all of your line items for your documents like quotes, invoices, variation orders, etc. So what we've got is your items, which gives you a breakdown of all of your line items, as well as templates. So what you can do is come in and actually create your templates. That way, every time you do create a quote, you don't have to do it line by line. You can just have a general template, and if needed, tick boxes and remove items, start customizing quantities and so on. So to add in a new template, we'll just click into the templates tab and click on create new template. From there, what we've got is time and expenses. So this allows you to start logging your time so you can see, one, where your time is going, but also allow you to, if needed, export your time entries or create an invoice. For example, if I tick certain time entries, I can then click create invoice and charge that to my client. To create time entries, you can manually create them by clicking on new entry, and that'll allow you to start logging by a specific project and service, rates, so on. Otherwise, you can actually come in and use our stopwatch. So if you're wanting to track in live time, you can click start stopwatch, allocate a project, service, rate, and so on. Click on start stopwatch, and that'll log as you go. So once you come in and log that time, it'll add as a new line item here for you again, just to track where your time's going or to charge that to your client. From there, what we've got is 3D floor plans and mood boards, our visual tools. So what you can come in and do is start creating your 3D floor plans, whether that's for internal use or to send to your client, but they are quite interactive in the sense that you can create the 3D model, have a look at it on a floor plan view, dollhouse, and walkthrough. So this is something that you can create, and then when you're ready, you can actually send it to your client by clicking on share and sending that link. So it's quite interactive for your client. And then we've got mood boards. So what this allows you to do is create that mood board, and if needed, I can email it to my client, I can download it as a PDF and just really work with it and send it to my client. So that's just a super quick rundown of Houzz Pro and all of those features you do have access to. So I do recommend hopping in here, having as much of a play as you can before our onboarding webinar that we've got coming up. That way we'll be able to go through any questions you do have, and again, we'll go through all of these categories in a lot more depth. But have a bit of a play. If any questions do come up before our webinar, feel free to click on Need Help, contact us, and submit a support request to come through to us. Perfect. Looking forward to speaking with you. Hopefully it won't be too long. Bye.